What will actually help traffic issues in Forney?
Welcome to the last part of this series covering transportation updates here in Forney. I've spent many hours over the past few years looking over the Forney Thoroughfare Plan, had many discussions with TXDOT and our city engineer, read articles about transportation, and considered the various ways we can tackle the traffic issues here in Forney. Between that and being on city council for 4 years, I understand the process of road construction, realistic time frames behind road construction, and how it will affect Forney in the future. During the last election, the three amigos who ran together in Amanda Lewis, Sarah Salgado, and Jason Roberson chose to tug at the heartstrings of Forney citizens by suggesting road projects had not been completed in a timely manner due to broken relationships with TXDOT, poor planning, and deficient past city councils and city leadership. In turn, they proposed a transportation coalition, regular meetings with TXDOT, and other prominent leadership in order to accelerate timelines for ongoing road projects. Well, as evidenced by the latest timelines in this transportation presentation, timelines have actually decelerated by 2 or more years on all but the Highway 80 project, which has not changed. I don't know about you, but as citizens, we might want to ask the three amigos to stop what they're doing, because obviously they're doing something wrong. Let's talk about reality. The focus of our city council shouldn't be on TXDOT. They need to be focused on what they can control, and that is development and the city thoroughfare plan. I can picture Amanda Lewis and Sarah Salgado starting to grin, ready to take credit for controlling development. No. Stopping growth is a dumb idea. Development should be encouraged, and our city council should be actively working on certain development projects to accelerate those timelines. I know what some of you are thinking, but Sean, that will increase traffic. Well, you are looking at it all wrong. Development distributes traffic. You see, right now, much of our traffic issues have to do with development being concentrated along 80 and 548. In order for anyone to go grocery shopping, go to a restaurant, go to church, go to the doctor, dentist, to a gym, etc., they all have to travel through the same corridors to get to the same concentrated areas. That includes residents of Forney, Crandall, Seagoville, Terrell, etc. What this town desperately needs is grocery stores, restaurants, and the rest of the miscellaneous retail on the south side of 80. Even if those developments require additional housing, the redistribution of traffic is the key to traffic issues in Forney. In addition to development, there are a few road additions I believe would help with the overall traffic distribution in Forney. Expanding Lovers Lane and Ranch Road, as will be proposed by the bond committee, aren't going to do it. So, let's take a look at the current thoroughfare plan, and I'll go over those areas. We'll start on the left here and move to the right. There is an option on the thoroughfare plan to extend York Street from the Heritage Hill development to 80. Adding other options for residents to travel to and from 80 will help distribute traffic into other areas in Forney. This extension would pull some traffic off of Pinson and Lovers. Moving to the right, there is an option to extend Longhorn Lane down to 80. Right now, the only option for residents on the north side of town to get to the commercial areas between 548 and Pinson, such as CYA Guns, Rio Lerma, Performance Tire and Service, etc., is to use 548 to get to 80 or from 548 to Trailhouse Road to get to 80. In order to get to McDonald's, Taco Bell, Applebee's, etc., you have to travel 548 or Pinson and drive through parking lots to access them. Extending Longhorn will give another access point to 80 for those in Brookville Estates, Diamond Creek, Mustang Creek, Deerfield Heights, and more to easily get to those areas, pulling traffic off of 548 and Pinson. Now, this particular project would be a bit more expensive due to the floodplain area it would go through, but this is the type of project that makes sense for a bond. Now, you can see Longhorn also shows to extend over into downtown, turning into Oak Street and all the way through Mulberry Park. You can ignore that. That was a political stunt that was pulled by a previous politician in an attempt to win an election. He went behind City Council's back and had a poorly planned bridge in the middle of downtown added to the thoroughfare plan. It would have required eminent domaining multiple people's properties, years of planning and design, and millions of dollars in taxpayer money. Anyway, he lost.
Sir, don't interrupt the meeting or I'll have to ask you to leave.
On the far right is an option on the south side to extend Justice Center Boulevard through the park to Hollyleaf. We see traffic stack up pretty bad on that stretch of 548 between 1641 and 20. The stoplight at 741 and 548 stacks up beyond the right turn lane onto College. Extending Justice Center Boulevard would allow for another access point for the McKellar Place development, Chestnut Meadows, and downtown residents, and would pull traffic from the 741-548 intersection. This would also add access to the animal shelter, First Baptist Church, allow for another exit out of the park during events, and give another travel point for public safety. Again, this road has floodplain in its way, which will increase costs for construction, and my understanding is this road will be presented to the City Council as part of the parks portion of the bond. However, I believe it would behoove us to pull this out of the park package as an option for the bond if traffic is our biggest concern. This is where I'm supposed to do a conclusion, and I'm just going to keep it real. While the additional city roads I've suggested here will help, it's not going to solve the overall traffic problem that many complain about all the time. Mentions that are going to make the difference you all want are the TXDOT roads. As you can see, TXDOT beats to its own drum. No mayor with a fake smile and a couple yes men or women by their side will help the situation. The additional tax dollars you will be asked to give up as part of a bond will not help traffic in Forney. This town needs patience and additional development on the south side of town to distribute traffic. If this city council wants to make a difference, they will beg the grocery store currently looking to build on the south side of town to get started immediately and give them what they want. Building roads that do little to ease traffic is just a waste of our tax dollars and a ploy to make it look like politicians are doing something. Don't pee in our leg and tell us it's raining. Be the leaders you were elected to be and make the hard decisions that make a difference, whether some like it or not. For more videos like these, subscribe to the State of Forney on YouTube and like and share the State of Forney on Facebook.